Good afternoon, everybody. Wee Paddy from across the Shuck, and back at you with another wee video today. This should have been 3 for Thursday, but I did that yesterday because I lost all track of days completely there while the daughter was in hospital. But the better news is that my daughter got out of hospital last night at 7 o'clock. The National Health hospitals over here are just under stupid amount of pressure at the minute. They just don't have staff, they don't have money. But I think it's the same the world over. It's hard. Keeping your health service up to date is incredibly difficult. But anyway, they let her out. They've been able to bring her temperature down. They had the antibiotics. She was 5 days on an antibiotic drip, different types of ones. They managed to bring her temperature down, and the chest pain went away eventually. It was the last to go away. The night before she got out, it started to dissipate. So they think the chest pain might have been to do with with her womb and the infection she got in her womb. For whatever reason, it has died away. They have no reason why it was there. They couldn't find anything. She had every single thing you can have, all the scans and the x-rays and everything you could have. They couldn't find anything. But so now they're thinking because they'd cured the inflammation in whatever it was in her womb. Excuse me. But they let her out last night. She got home at about 7 o'clock last night to the 4 kids who were all excited to see mummy back home again. And hopefully she's been sent home with another 2 different kind of antibiotics she's to take now for the next week or so. And then they'll bring her in to see if there's any, she'll go back for a checkup. So that's where it stands. But I just wanted to thank everybody. And there was numerous amounts of you just sent your prayers, good thoughts, good, nice wishes, and I really appreciate every single one of them, and I do believe they help, and especially prayer. But thank you again for that. That's just immense. I can't tell you how much that meant to me and the wife, and to Sarah as well. I actually told her this morning, so it's really, really nice to know. Now, what I've got for you today is my in-house pouch. And I don't really, this is sort of something, normally I have a toolbox in the house. I have a lovely big tool bag, you know, with all the heavy tools in it. But for most jobs about the house or down the caravan, where I have a lesser toolbox, but down the caravan, I wanted something that I could just go and pick up. If it's any wee job that I want to do, I'm going to have what I would need in this. This is my Leatherman Wave. I couldn't get the leather pouch. I haven't been able to find one of those yet. That'll go with it, because this is the extra one with elastic in the sides, and also in the back of this I can keep all my screws, the different screw heads for my Leatherman Wave. But I'll just go through it slowly and tell you why I wanted it. It's just a tool around the house. I've got a nice torch just clipped on here on the outside. The nice thing about that torch clipped on the outside is I don't have to go into it. If I'm trying to find somewhere, I just turn the torch on and walk about. If I'm trying to look for something, I don't have to worry about it. You know, I can set it down and the torch is there. So that's why I have that, because I always carry a torch. You know, where is it? Oh, yeah. If I've got my trousers on, I've always got this torch and a pen in it here. That's always in my pocket. But when I've got my PJs on at night time, I don't. So I like to have that torch there. So that's why the torch is there. And I'm just going to give you a rundown of why things are in there. Here I have on the side, I have my pry bar. This is in brass, an absolutely super pry bar. Really enjoy that. You can feel the weight of it, but it's used for anything that I don't want to use a knife for. On the other side of the pocket, I have a lighter. I don't smoke, but for little jobs around the house, sometimes you want to melt a bit of plastic or something, you know, especially if you're putting 2 wires together, stick a bit of plastic over it, melt it on it, just make sure it's a good connection. I also have, this makes the Leatherman Wave the top of the range for me, is this ratchet screwdriver. This is just absolutely amazing, because you know what it's like if you've just got the screwdriver on well, look, I'll just show you rather than talk about it. I have a terrible habit of just blethering on. So this is my Leatherman Wave, which I absolutely love. But the nice thing I like about the Leatherman Wave is it has the, where are we? It has on this side, there we go. It has the screwdriver which locks out. But with the screwdriver, I now have one of each. I have a Phillips and a flathead that stays in there. But then I have this extension bar, which goes in the Leatherman. So now this Leatherman, is now a ratchet. Can you hear the ratchet? So you know what it's like trying to turn a big Leatherman, especially if you've got long screws or little thin grain screws. This just makes it amazing. It's easily clipped between forward and backward. It just makes this tool fantastic for in-house jobs. Do you know what I mean? You know, maybe, well, I suppose you could use it on a building site or whatever, but that's there. And this one always has the Phillips up, to be honest with you. There you go. And I have the full Leatherman. I have my pliers. And I have all, oh, wow. I have my pliers and all the other tools that the Leatherman gives me. This just locks and back in it goes. There's a bottle opener and cap lifter in there. There is, gosh, all the inside. There's all sorts in here. It's just a fantastic tool. A pair of scissors, a little eyeglass screwdriver there, and then it has a flat glass or a flat screwdriver, which could also be used to pry bar, but why would I want to have a proper one? So I just love this. This is a kit that I can use anywhere around the house at any time, and it's sort of everything I need. So there we go. The only thing it's missing is a small pencil, and I'll stick that down one of the plastic. But I managed to get these, and I got these on Amazon. These are Leatherman, and to buy the Leatherman over here in the UK on Amazon, it's £55 for these two. But if you just scroll down a bit, there's a shop that uses Amazon, and I got these for, I think it was £26 for both of them, which I think is just fantastic. It's every screwdriver you're going to need. You have Torx, you have all sorts in there. And I just think that is absolutely super. And that's why I bought this pouch here. I couldn't find the Leatherman, but this has a place down the back for the screwdriver bit sets. The Leatherman, all my stuff goes in the side. And again, the only thing I need to get, I want to go to the bookies or somewhere like that and get a little bookies pencil and put it in here. And that'll be the only thing. But again, there's always pens or pencils around the house, and this is for around the house. So, you know, if I'm working, I've always got that pen on me, or there's pencils that I can find in the house. So, what do you think of that? In fact, I'll just set that all out there. That was my way, and it wasn't an expensive way, because most of these tools and bits and pieces I had around the house. I've always had the Leatherman, but getting the ratchet and all these screwdriver bits is phenomenal. So it's just a pouch that if something goes wrong in the house, you got to go and fix something. There's everything that I sort of need there to fix anything. I don't know whether it's something you've thought up, but I sort of recently, I've been sort of building this up and getting what I wanted for this. And now this just sits on top of my desk here. I know exactly where to go and grab it if there's a blackout, and I have everything there that I need. The other thing I'm doing is I built up this is my Jack Wolf Knives patch, but I built up one for my day pack, and that's different. You know, I don't need to carry heavy pliers and things like that, but I have certain things in there that are really good. But and the nice thing about the day pack is I can leave it sitting out with this, and I'm covered for nearly anything I would possibly ever have about the house. But the day pack is more suited to outside, and I'll show that. And the next video, next week, I'll maybe do the video on that and let you see that. What do you think of this? Is there anything you think I'm really missing that I need? Is it something you do? Do you have a pouch, your Leatherman, and do you have a setup that you use in the house? Maybe you use this sort of pouch, but this is much bigger, if you know what I mean. This is for a day pack, and it's all the sort of things I would need. I'm one of these people, during the summer, I'll go out and light wee fires and do things. So I like to keep things in that, maybe a bit of first aid in that. At home, I have my first aid kit sitting up there anyway. That's always there, just with plasters mostly. So there's my idea of a home kit. Is it something you would consider yourself? Do you do it? Let me know. If you've got pictures, send me pictures. Or if you're a YouTuber, make a video on what you use around the home, what your little pack is. Again, I have a large toolbox I can go to, but there's not much that this won't cover. You know, obviously being the Leatherman, even if, you know, I haven't got my big knife in my pocket, I'll always have a serrated, and I'll always have a... Is that knife going to do me anything at a push? Especially, it's going to be an emergency job, so it doesn't need to be brilliant. It just needs to be sharp, and this is sharp. So, there we go. Oh, I never remembered to do these. What have I done? Oh, there you go. My usual incompetence is here, as is always. Right. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry it was a bit higgledy-piggledy. I just wanted to say the most important thing is thank you to everybody for your prayers and thoughts. I really, really genuinely appreciate it. Take care. Paddy's away.